The road to the 2025 Kentucky Derby continues, and this time we go to the Saratoga of the South. It's Oaklawn Park for the continuing road to Kentucky, and it does include the Southwest Stakes, $1 million purse, and the post positions have been drawn. An exciting field of some recent maiden winners. We've also got some runners with stakes experience, but it's going to be Saturday, January 25th, 3-year-old colts going a mile and a 16th at Oaklawn Park, and it's going to start off the Kentucky Derby prep season. We're up to the points races now where you get 20 points for the win, 10 points for second, 6, 3, and 1. So the winner of the Southwest will have 20 points on the Kentucky Derby trail. Now the Southwest Stakes last year in 2024, we had the eventual Kentucky Derby winner in Mystic Dan. 3 winners of the Southwest Stakes have won the Kentucky Derby, and Mystic Dan was first. We had Just Steel 17th last year from the Southwest Stakes, and overall since 1980, 42 Kentucky Derby runners from the Southwest Stakes. So it is a key prep as we start to get closer to some of the bigger races and preps on the road to the Kentucky Derby. Let's take a look at the 10-horse field. Led by the Breeders' Cup Juvenile runner-up, Gaming finished second to Citizen Bull, trained by Bob Baffert. He has done well in the Oaklawn Preps. Publisher, now he came second last time out in a maiden special weight. He's still a maiden, but he is a closer, and he might get a good pace to run at in this race. Now, Monet's Magic going for the hat trick, back-to-back wins, an allowance win last time out. Tis-tastic for Steve Asmussen, third in the Kentucky Jockey Club. Render Judgment, a Ken McPeek trained closer. Of course, Ken McPeek trained Mystic Dan last year. Mystic Dan won the Southwest Stakes on a sloppy track. Then you've got Sandman, an allowance winner the last time out. Kind of an exciting runner. He won at Saratoga. Kind of regressed a little bit, but I think he's bred for the distance. He's by Tappet. Mark Casse trains. Patch Adams goes for Brad Cox. Brad Cox, of course, last week at the fairgrounds had disco time. Now he brings in Patch Adams. He ran on the Stars of Tomorrow card at Churchill Downs, picked up a big win at 7 furlongs. You've got American Promise for Dwayne Lucas. He won a maiden race at Oaklawn Park. Bon Temp, maiden runner for Dwayne Lucas, and Speed King, the outside horse. He ran second in the Springboard Mile to Coal Battle. Coal Battle came back to win the Smarty Jones. Now, Coal Battle did not enter the Southwest. He's going to wait for the Rebel Yell. So, a good field, Gaming, Publisher, Render Judgment, Sandman, and Patch Adams, a fast maiden special weight winner at Churchill Downs. Let's take a look at this field, find out how they got here, race replays. Starting off with Gaming, let's go back to Old Del Mar. He picked up a win in his debut. This was at 6.5 furlongs. Pretty much went wire to wire in this race. Dominated the smaller field. He was bet down that day, but Gaming showing a lot of promise in that maiden win at Del Mar. 6.5 furlongs, always a good distance to win. First time out, shows a little bit more stamina. Then he went into the Del Mar Futurity. Gaming, not the favorite in this race. Bob Baffert had multiple horses, but Gaming came away the victory. A nice win in the Del Mar Futurity. Defeated horses like Mackenzie Street and some other nice runners. Of course, Gaming ran second in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, third in the Los Al Futurity. Now drops a little bit in class, shifts into Oaklawn Park for the Southwest Stakes for trainer Bob Baffert. Sandman, an allowance winner last time out at Oaklawn Park. Let's look at the big gray. We've got some grays on this year's trail. Sandman winning that allowance race. Kind of a rail trip, waited for some racing room, got room down the stretch, pulled away nicely. I like the fact that he stretched out. He went 2 turns, picked up his second lifetime win. He broke his maiden at Saratoga, and Sandman goes for Mark Casse. The sire is Tappet, and he's got a trip over the track at Oaklawn Park. Patch Adams, a dominating maiden special weight winner. Big Buyer speed figure, big Brisnet speed figure, a maiden win. Let's go back to this. Just draws away down the stretch. He's got a nice pedigree. I think he's going to be a nice horse. He ran some good workouts at Gulfstream Park, worked out in company with some good horses. Patch Adams, winner in his maiden race in November. Couple months off, comes back off the layoff here in the Southwest Stakes for Patch Adams. Now, American Promise, let's go back to Oaklawn Park. Big win the last time out. He's the one horse in the race, bet down to the favorite, and he draws American Promise. I like the fact that he held off Publisher in that race. Took him a while to break his maiden, but he could be getting good at the right time. He may need the lead type, and we do got some other speed in this race for American Promise. Took him 6 starts to break his maiden for the coach, D. Wayne Lucas. Now render judgment for Ken McPeak. Let's go back to Churchill Downs, breaking his maiden. Came a little bit off the pace. You know, he's faced good company in his last couple of starts. Had the maiden breaker at Churchill Downs, and then goes 3rd in the Gun Runner Stakes at the Fairgrounds. He's ran 5th in the Kentucky Jockey Club, so he's ran at different racetracks. He's got to win at a route. He's got 2 turns experience, maybe a little bit more of experience edge over some of these other horses for render judgment. Monet's Magic is going to try to make it 3 in a row. Has 6 career races, 2 wins. You know, went off at 62-1 against Bracket Buster. That's a son of Vacoma. He did face Handsome Pants and Authentic Strike. Those are nice winners. Dropped in class, picked up back-to-back wins, both at 1 mile and a 16th and 1 mile. Monet's Magic by Good Magic, of course, a mage a couple of years ago, won the Kentucky Derby. He was sired by Good Magic. Monet's Magic looking for his 3rd straight win. Now the 6 furlong pace, you know, American Promise seems to be a need to lead type horse, but I think Patch Adams may just have the faster fractions. Those 2 could go for the lead. Patch Adams could maybe try to rate a little bit in this race. Gaming could come from a little bit off it, and then Speed King, he's got that outside draw. I don't think he wants to gun it, but he could sit a good trip in that middle of the track. Overall, the pace is going to be fast. Monet's Magic, a mid-pack runner. Publisher from off the pace, and Tistastic, I think, can come a little bit off the pace as well for trainer Steve Asmussen. Kind of an interesting pace analysis. Remember, when they're lightly raced, we don't know their complete running styles here for this race, but I'm going to go with a fast pace with Patch Adams on the lead at 6 furlongs. Now, the big handicapping questions. Patch Adams got a ship to Oaklawn Park, been working out in Florida. Gaming drops in class, but he seems to be more like a need to lead type, and there's other speed in this race. And then Publisher, he's still a maiden, but he's going to get fast fractions, bigger field. He could maybe close late and be part of the exotics. With this fast pace, the pace could be to the key to the race. Now the current class, we've got some recent maiden winners: Patch Adams, American Promise, Render Judgment, Gaming, and Monet's Magic. Probably the overall class of the race. Speed King also that 2nd in the Springboard Mile to Cole Battle. An exciting edition of the Southwest Stakes. The points start to pick up. My top selection is going to be Patch Adams. I like the fast maiden win. I like his workouts on XBTV, getting ready for this race. I'm going to play Exactas over Publisher, Render Judgment, and Sandman to complete the Exacta. And other contenders to consider, you've got Publisher, Monet's Magic, Sandman, all capable of winning this race. But I'm going to go with Patch Adams in the Southwest Stakes. We got next week the first of our separation Saturdays. We've got the Holy Bull, the Robert Lewis, and the Withers Stakes. Then we go to Tampa Bay for the Sam F. Davis on February 8th. It's the Smarty Jones Stakes, was won by Cole Battle. Now we got the Southwest Stakes. Next up is the Rebel Stakes, then the Arkansas Derby, all on the road for Oaklawn Park. Free racing picks for Pegasus this Saturday. Sign up below in the description. Triple Crown Prospectus every Monday all the way through the Belmont Stakes. And the Pegasus preview is already up. It's Pegasus week. It's Southwest Stakes week. Who do you like? Share, comment, like, and support the channel as we get you ready. D. Wayne Lucas always says, people have opinions, horses have the facts.